huge mistake so many businesses make, including the largest businesses that you know, is rationing their capital. Not really making a choice between different opportunities and different projects, but just investing a little bit in all of them. On today's episode of Be Action, we take a look at the 5th entrepreneurial level of action, onwards and upwards. Hello friends, I'm Sean Kennedy, founder and president of Symbiotric, and host and creator of Be Action. Today we are completing our journey through the 5 levels of entrepreneurial action, looking at the 5th level, which is onwards and upwards. Acting at level 5 is what most people imagine when they visualize entrepreneurial success. They imagine themselves going from success to success and building strength on strength, of serving more customers, different types of customers, and creating greater value for all customers, interaction over interaction, scaling, adapting, expanding. These are not the end of the entrepreneurial journey, but regular steps to be ascended throughout. Well, the dream of acting at level 5 is often far in the future, with many successes behind and a strong foundation in place to leverage. And that is what makes acting at level 5 so difficult, because early in the journey, there's less reason for confidence, and there's a perception of less tolerance for risk or failure. But it is those steps, those actions happening at level 5 that make up those successes we imagine when we think of ourselves acting at level 5 from some fancy boardroom in the future. So while we have this idea of typical level 5 stories, including well-funded startups scaling to become billion-dollar unicorns, massive companies like IBM was in the 1990s, adapting to the World Wide Web and the e-commerce and e-business landscape that was developing in order to make up for their losses in their mainframe division. And we think of successful companies expanding to related domains the way Sony did, moving from a consumer electronics company to Sony Entertainment, providing video games, music, movies, and TV. And all of those are valid examples. But acting at level 5 is for everyone, including very small businesses. So here are some questions that may help you determine whether you need to act at level 5. I have 3. Are my near future investments designed to support where I think my revenues and profits will come from in the future? This is important as we need to allocate our capital based not on what we've done in the past, but based on where we think our revenues and profits will come from in the future. 2, is this opportunity when you're faced with a new opportunity part of a strategy that matches my theory of success? We have to have a theory of success, of how our business is going to grow and be successful, to create value for customers and deliver it to them in a reliable and effective way. Does this new opportunity match my theory of success for my business? And then ultimately, when we're looking at strategies and opportunities, 3, what should I stop doing so that I can take on this new thing? We need to choose and fund fully the strategies we believe in. A huge mistake so many businesses make, including the largest businesses that you know, is rationing their capital. Not really making a choice between different opportunities and different projects, but just investing a little bit in all of them. This leads to almost none of them succeeding. And it's so much better that a few really get tried, invested in, and found out that they do not work, but that they do, sooner and faster. And so we want to avoid rationing our capital that includes our money, our time, our creativity and talent, everything we have in the organization, we need to choose intentionally where to spend it. And that gets us into some of the potential actions that you should be taking when you are working at level 5. And again, we want to work at level 5 regularly. 1, regularly revalue your assets and your strategy investments based on the actual income and growth they're creating. 2, be an active manager of your portfolio of offerings and the strategies they are meant to implement. 3, regularly evaluate new ways to implement your strategies, the strategies that you're implementing, and the theory of business success the strategies are meant to realize. Now, if you think you need help building the beautiful business that you've always imagined, going from feeling stuck, uncertain, and behind, to feeling on track, confident, and doing what you love to do, contact me through Symbiotric.com. Thanks so much for joining me today. And until next time, go and make someone else's life a little bit better than it was.